Hi guys, this is Billy, and I'd like to welcome you back here to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the Aorus Z390 Gigabyte Xtreme motherboard, and it's actually really based on my nightmare of an experience with the Z390 Aorus Xtreme. And so I'm going to start out here. I'm going to get right into it. So, and I realize everybody has a different experience, with motherboards, but this one is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to start out here. Now, on my email here, I show you that, okay, I purchased this Gigabyte motherboard back, I bought a lot of stuff on Cyber Monday. And so here's the invoice here from 11/30 of 2018 here. And it shows here that I purchased the Gigabyte Z390 Aorus Xtreme. Okay. And then it shows here on January 21st there's an RMA number issued with the return label. And that's from Newegg. And as you see, that's on the Z390 Aorus Xtreme. Okay, and then it shows here on February 15th another RMA number issued. So what happened was when I got that first motherboard, you see, it took me a second, and I made some mistakes, and I didn't test the motherboard, and I just threw everything in. I had my liquid cooling system in and everything else. I was really focused on that liquid cooling system because I've never done it before. And that graphics card, the 2080 Ti teardown, I'd never done that before. And I skipped all the stuff that I should not have skipped, and that was testing the motherboard. So I paid the price for it. And so here, since it was dead on arrival, I had sent that in and had another RMA number issued. And this one here was on February 15th. And as you see, it's on the Gigabyte Z390 Aorus Xtreme. Okay, now the first one had sparked on me. Okay, so I sent that in, and then I sent them another. Okay, so whenever the first one was dead on arrival, the second one came and it sparked on me, so I sent that in. Okay, and then whenever I got the new one back, I noticed that it burnt my processor up. So as you see here, I purchased the processor on the 11/25 of 2018, and that was the, let's see here, 9900K. And so then I had to send that in for replacement, and I got very lucky because it was a couple months out here. Newegg has it's a 30-day return policy or 60, and they will go 90 out based on the holidays during that holiday season. But anyways, they stretched it big time. I explained to them that I could not have tested that processor because the motherboards were bad constantly. So they had looked into it. They went ahead and did an exception for me, and I was very appreciative of that. So I got that back in, and see here it shows on the March 15th they did the RMA for the 9900K. Okay, so I got the new motherboard in. This is the third one, and I did the test on it and put it on that test block. Everything was fine. I had put everything into the case, had the liquid cooling set back up again. Everything was fine. So then I hooked the fan commander up, and everything stopped working. So so here's what happens when everything had stopped working. Let's see. I had turned around and I unplugged the fan commander. Then everything still did not work. So then I backed out the LED connections, and that's when hell broke loose. So it shows, let's see here. I went straight to Gigabyte with this one, and the header on my message was my motherboard just caught fire. And I explained to them that everything was working fine at first. All I did was hook up the fan commander and it stopped working. I then unplugged the fan commander and it continued to not work. Next, I unplugged all LED connections. This is when the fire started. Yep, my Gigabyte motherboard caught on fire, and I was just sick of it. I was sick of it. So they wanted, they wanted to see video, proof of the video. So I sent them the link to the video because I caught that shit on video. I'll be showing you here in a second, and then they did the approval. But I did not. I did not sit around and wait for the approval. But see, I went straight to ASUS after this, and I bought the ASUS Maximus 11 Extreme. And at first, the Gigabyte was not compatible with my Intel Optane 905P. I was going back and forth with the Gigabyte on that already, so they never did the testing on it. So then I was like, okay, I was out $500 something on that Optane, the 380 gigabyte, 110 millimeter M.2, and I really wanted to get a different motherboard. And then that's, it was fully decided whenever the motherboard caught fire. So it caught fire, it sparked and caught fire, and I was sick of it. I went and bought the motherboard from ASUS, and when I got that back, I noticed, of course, my processor is burnt up again. So I got with Intel. They did not have any more processors, so they refunded me every bit of the money that I spent on it, that I gave that I'd given Newegg, because I bought the processor from Newegg on April 22nd. I'm telling you, Newegg and Intel's customer service are definitely in a league of their own. Okay, so I didn't want to wait for the refund. I went ahead and purchased 9900K for the ASUS Maximus. Okay, so that's the hell. I finally got the fourth motherboard in, and from the Gigabyte, and I was done with it. I didn't want to have any more part of it. I'm sure that motherboard's fine. I would not recommend hooking liquid cooling up to it. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I got my ASUS in, and right out the gate, I tested it, and there's a video over me testing it as well. But I tested the motherboard, everything was fine. I put it in my case, hooked everything up, everything is fine. And what also was fine is that is Intel Optane ready, which the Gigabyte motherboard is Intel Optane ready, but this one was ready for the 905P, which is a different type of ready. So, but it's very compatible with that Intel Optane 905P, and it works just fine. As far as the RMA, the motherboard they had to replace, I went and sold that off on eBay, and the person I sold it to is happy with it, so all is good. I'm sure he wasn't hooking everything up like I was. So, but I'm going to go ahead and show you here the video of a Gigabyte Z390 Aorus Xtreme catching on fire. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you like it. If you did like it, I appreciate if you put a like at the bottom, and if you dislike it, put a dislike. And also, if you disliked it, I appreciate some comments, what I could do to make the videos better. And also, I really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. I've got more videos to come. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.